All right, so rumor has it that women can just lie to a man about their body count and a man would never know. So I'm going to give you 10 things to consider before you get into a serious relationship or as you're talking to a woman to see about her body count, right? If they want to lie, there's ways around that. So check it out. Number one, in no specific order, look at her social media, okay? If she has OnlyFans, if she has all the social media platforms and she posts a bunch of revealing pictures, she got a bunch of hard eyes, kissy faces, and likes on her photos from guys, and she has Cash App in her bio, right? And she loves that type of attention, this will give you a hint into what she is like, right? Because it's, you can judge based on the obvious. There's no such thing as you presenting yourself as one thing, but I have to believe you're the opposite of what you're showing to the world. The next question to consider is, what is she interested in? Does she read books? Is she into nature? Does she like natural things? Does she like simple environments? What does she spend her time doing? Does she watch a bunch of garbage TV shows? Does she watch things that are low vibrational, low IQ, right? How does she spend her time? When you go to her place, what does her living space look like? What are the things that she places around herself that tell you little subtle things about her personality? What kind of music does she listen to, right? Does she listen to a bunch of trash skank bullshit? Does she listen to things that are beneficial, or does she listen to things that are psychologically harmful and low vibrational, low quality? So these are the critical questions you want to ask yourself as an observer, right? And you ask her directly. Ask about her upbringing and her young adult years, her high school days and her early adulthood, if she went to college. Ask questions that aren't directly what's your body count, right? Because most men are not going to ask you that. I personally would, but most men won't. But there's ways around that. There's ways to ask indirect questions that'll give you a ballpark idea of what type of person she is. So ask her about her high school days. How many boyfriends did she have then? Did she have any boyfriends? Ask her about her young adult years in college. What type of college experience did she have? Or if she didn't go to college, ask her about just her overall early 20s and what type of stuff was she into? Was she into the club, which is one of my next things on the list? Does she like to go to clubs and parties, right? Is she a party girl? Is she a go out all night with her girlfriends, ladies night out and get drunk? And does she have a bunch of guy friends, right? This is another thing on my list as well. So I'm picking out 10 different things here and I'm mashing them all together because they all blend, right? Does she have a bunch of guy friends? Does she party a lot? Does she have a bunch of girls' nights out? And does she love going to the club and shit like that, right? All these things will give you a ballpark figure that you can just calculate within yourself. So if she does want to give you a number, if she says, oh, I've only had 6 partners, you can, times 3. We know, men know the rule. Whatever number she gives you, times it by 3, right? What is her moral stance, okay? Ask the right questions about how does she feel about the world politics? How does she feel about things that are principle based, right? What's her belief system? Does she believe in God? Does she believe in a certain code of conduct between men and women? Does she recognize and believe in any form of self-dignity, or is she just a libertarian where she believes in all things to be accepted? What does she believe in, right? Does she have a anything goes policy where you can do anything you want and be whatever you feel? Or does she have a more conservative type of perspective where she recognizes the objective reality of things and life, right? So you want to ask the right questions on her moral stance and her principles and beliefs. Was she easy for you, right? If she was easy for you to hit it and quit it, then she might have been just as easy for the last person to do the same thing. So ask those questions to yourself. How easy was she for me to get undressed? Okay? The last 2, where did you meet her? Now, you can meet great people online, right? You can meet a great person off of Facebook and Instagram and other platforms, right? But the likeliness of you meeting a good sound quality person off of Tinder, POF, or fuckallnight.com, whatever the fuck website you're on, is slim to none. I mean, let's be realistic here. You're not going on those websites to find your life partner. You're going on there for some quickie shit, right? For some no strings attached type of shit. So if you met her there, that also says a lot. Last but not least, men just know. Men know. Women think that they can just get away with lying and say, oh, you'll never know because I can tell you anything. Just like women have their own intuition and they can tell when a man's cheating or tell when a man's lying, men just know. And I'm not talking about boys. I'm not talking about silly dick motherfuckers. I'm not talking about tricks and simps. I'm talking about sound-minded men who are in tune with themselves. Men just know. If you're a freak and you're a hoe, men will know. They can sense it. They can read your body language. They can read you. They can read into the shit you're saying, how you say it, how you hold yourself, the clothes you wear. And then if they're going to be intimate with you, men will definitely know. Is this vehicle used? Is this vehicle salvaged? Has this vehicle been totaled? Men will know. So make sure you stay on point. You cannot make a hoe a housewife. Find you a quality woman and go to the respectable places to find these women. Make sure you go on to MrEarthRose.com. Real men have aphrodisiacs. You'll never find anything like this on the market. We import exotic herbs for men's sexual performance like nowhere else before. These products are hands down satisfaction guaranteed. Go online to MrEarthRose.com right now and check it out.